You see all the people around me, and these people are queuing like about 10 or 12 lines across, stretching all the way back there. I'm a Retro Havoc 2025, and this is the queue to buy tickets, and the queue is just going in every possible direction. In fact, it comes out of here and it goes all the way around here, and I need to cut through. I'm in an underground car park surrounded by a ton of people and loads of cars. And to put that into context in numbers, 30,000 people and 1,000 cars. This is the biggest, the baddest, the craziest car show in Southeast Asia. There is nothing like this whatsoever. This is Retro Havoc 2025, the 10th edition. It's absolutely mental. And you just look around at all the people absolutely everywhere. I got to fight my way through here, and I'm going to fight my way over here because the best way to kick this video off is to start with the star car. And you can see here we've got Retro Havoc Liberty Walk. This is a new collaboration between Retro Havoc and Ali, the organizer. Unique custom Liberty Walk kit for the 240Z, and I love the pink. I love these covers, and you can see Retro Havoc X Liberty Walk. Absolutely beautiful car, beautifully done, but it's not finished yet. You can see inside Recaro seats, but it's all stripped out. There's just a steering column, no dashboard, no wiring. It's not ready yet, but very, very beautiful car. And when it's finished, I think it's going to be a really cool project. This event is pumped, it's rocking. There's 1,000 cars. I can't show you all those, but I'm going to whiz around. I'm going to show you stuff that sticks out. And that Liberty Walk 458 really sticks out. And also this Stallion is absolutely amazing because the Stallion is a very rare car for us to get in Thailand. So it is really cool to see one here. And then while we're sticking with the show, the organizers, here we have Farah's 240Z and Ali's Mark II Escort, the husband and the wife who organize Retro Havoc. So we've got a lot to get through, a lot to do, a lot to look at, a lot to connect with, a lot to find. So let's hit into this. So I'm going to talk about the top secret cars from Thailand in my video coming up next about the Thai cars here. But I want to mention them in my main video as well because they're also star guests of the whole show. We've got the R35, the R34 and Supra Mark IV, all brought up by Beer Bayok. And they are the stars of the show. But I'm going to look at them in a little bit more detail when I get round to talking about all the Thai cars. Absolutely stunning cars, and you can see people are super interested in them. I've got to show you this. I'm standing at the back of a queue. Now let's walk down and show you this queue because it is absolutely mental. I've never seen a queue like this at Retro Havoc before. And if we go all the way down to the end, you can see the queue is wrapping around here and it is going over to the Liberty Walk booth where they are selling merchandise, and the big guy Wataru-san is here autographing stuff. And in fact, we've got this crazy wide body Liberty Walk Lamborghini, which the queue is wrapping right round. And actually right next to the booth, we've got a Liberty Walk R35, and then we've got a Liberty Walk Aventador as well. So we kind of got the whole Liberty Walk experience going on. And then we get to the BWB guys. I mean, we've got some pretty familiar cars. Keen's absolutely amazing Hako pickup. I absolutely love. But there's a few new cars here this year, starting with this absolutely epic Rotary in Renowned livery. You can't go wrong with Renowned livery, and that looks amazing. There's a lot of people at the BWB, so we're going to sneak around a little bit and find the second Rotary that I haven't seen before. And then this classic Skyline sedan, also new to me. This one I've seen before, but I think it's got a different wrap on it this time. Anyway, the BWB guys are rocking up with a lot of new cars, but I have not got the pièce de la résistance yet, because we look here, we've got this absolutely epic Cressida on original wheels which have been kind of rebarreled, but that looks fantastic. But this is the highlight for me. This Mercedes is absolutely perfect. European Bozo done to perfection. That yellow, the simple numbers, the big wide arches, that interior with a lot going on. I absolutely love that, and I don't expect to see that. And then I get round the back, man, and I just show you, it's got the giant Boso pipes on it. On a Mercedes, that is unbelievable. And I really actually need to have a look at this Cressida while we're here, because it's so well done. Got pipes sticking out here, and you can see the plate flipped up, and this really nice period style rear wing. But these arches are fantastic, and they're sitting right down on these period original wheels. Really a good looking car. That has a fantastic stance to it. But a Boso Mercedes European style, what can you say? So we actually need to look a bit more at the front of this. Big massive cooler sticking out the front. This Cressida really nicely done as well, and you can see the stripes in there. Very neatly done car. Looks beautiful. And this Corolla I don't want to forget, because I actually met this car in KL a couple of years ago, Prajesh's Corolla, and I made a whole video on that. So if you want to find out all about this car in detail, just drop down into my videos, search it out. Stunning car. We had a lot of fun looking over this in detail. Finally, two more cars. CJ's absolutely amazing build. It used to be red, now it's gone into this livery. And then what can you say about that? That is so nicely done. The BWB guys really go to town, and they've got a lot of new stuff to show everyone this year. Here's a mirror that's quite interesting actually. It's got a massive board exhaust, and you see it's running on these big work wheels sticking right out. Really nice fitment on that. Kind of a lot of aero parts. It's got some ears on the top here, but this car is actually smoking, literally. It's got a giant cigarette sticking out the front, and with those kind of like blue headlights and the covers over them, it really feels like he's just sitting there smoking, not giving a you-know-what. And then in Malaysia, RWB is also popular, although it's nowhere near the Thai level. And we have two RWBs here. We've got this one, which I really like, these Rotiform wheels on the front. They look absolutely spectacular. And if I take you around the back, you can see it is all opened up, and we've got all the exhaust lagged out there and two big exits. And then we've got a second RWB here. Then here we've got a 911 with kind of like the Martini style livery on it. And then we've got a rough roads Porsche with the Rothmans things going on, and all the roof boxes and all the luggage and everything like that. Two super interesting cars, and like plays on very classic liveries. So here we've got two classic Porsche. That is very beautiful. We're going to leave that aside, because a 924 in racing livery, like a two-tone red and white with a big number 21 in a roundel, unusual and stunning, running on Fox alloys, really nice. Narca duct here, the 924 turbo decal at the top of the bonnet, bucket seats, absolutely beautiful. Really kind of love these. The 924 sticker in the window and the 924 here, all really takes you back. And now the owner is going to let me have a look inside. It's running on Recaro bucket seats with this really nice kind of pattern on it. Racing style steering wheel, super clean cockpit, absolutely love that. And I love all the details, the long Porsche embossed into the door card, and those manual winder handles. Really nice car. It's got a fire extinguisher in the middle and a huge back end as well. Spare wheel but no tyre. Well, a little bit more information, because the owner here has just told me that this car has actually been restored in the last year or so, and they had to do a lot of work on it because it came in parts, so they had to source parts, they had to custom make parts for it. And I've got to say, actually done a fantastic job on this. These guys have done a great job. I absolutely love it. And this racing livery, it's just so on the nail. This is super nice. This Mercedes build is really high quality, and you can see it's right down on there, right pressed on the ground, but all the detail is absolutely quality. And I kind of like these lights. They look very kind of like bug-eyed. If I stand back, gives you a bit of a funny feel to it. Really nice. And then those air exits in the bonnet, very kind of GTR-ish. Down the side, you can see the quality job. It's right down, big skirts on it, and this paint job is really nice. Old Mercs never die, they just get faster. And look at these split rim wheels, gold and silver, 19-inch, 245, 35s, man, that has got everything going on. Ducktail on the back, quad exhaust exits and a diffuser. That is a very nice car. And kind of from a bright red Mercedes to this really bright yellow Impreza. It's a really good contrast here. And then this S15, which is at the launch press conference, a really nicely done car, down on air. And I kind of like the split livery and the stripes where they blend in the middle. That is a very beautiful build, huge exit on the back, and you can see all the aero detail around it. Sunroof as well. And then if we come around the front, the bonnet is all composite. The front end is really nicely done. Still retains most of its Silvia feel, but very nice. And also, that Impreza is super nice. Okay, I'm just starting this walk around the show. I haven't been at the show for that long, but this Proton, I don't think we're going to see more stance tonight. That is absolutely outrageously over the top. If I pull you back, you look at the stance on that. Let me take you to the back wheels. That is completely and utterly crazy on white work wheels. Really, really nicely done. And apart from the stance, he's kept it quite clean, quite minimalist. So basically, all your focus goes straight at the wheels. I mean, stance isn't quite my thing. I respect the genre and I kind of like to look at the cars and see them. But this for me is just absolutely full on amazing. I'd really like to see this rolling out tonight with the wheels out at that angle. What I really love is the way people individualize, personalize their cars with decals that are just unique to them. And this guy has got "Pain is my passenger." He's also got a carbon fiber bonnet with a clear section, so you can see the engine, you can see the builder. But I am not sure when he's talking about "pain is my passenger," whether he's referring to his missus, or maybe driving around KL on these 19-inch Eaton wheels, 235 35s. Either way, we're never going to know. Here we have an absolutely shocking purple Z. I really like that actually, it kind of all works really well. And next door, we have its grandfather, and I absolutely love this. And I kind of like the modifications on it as well. The plastic bumpers with these overriders, very beautifully done. He's got LEDs, he's got these arch sections and 15-inch period wheels. And then you can see the roof panels have been taken out. It's got Recaro seats on it. And it's also left-hand drive. It's a very, very nice car. And again, look at the size of the tires and the wheels, and that fitment is fantastic. Come round the back, man, it's beautiful. I love these big plastic bumpers and a giant exit here. I've got to show you these cars because these K70s here, this one, and you can see more along here, they are absolutely mental, and I have no idea what to say at all, to be honest. If I walked around this car describing it, I'd need to stick an extra half an hour on my video and you might fall asleep. But let's have a quick look at some of the details. We've got Rally Art on the cooler here. Mr. Lonely, the Michelin man with a Stetson there. And here we've got Toyota badge sticking up. But what I like right here is the gauges are molded into the back of that air scoop. That is really, really neat. It's got a massive LED panel there. We've got some really cool period wheels here. So we'll try and go round the other side. And here we've got a sticker. Within a split second, it goes from "wow, that's a pretty quick car" to "holy." I'll let you fill in the word, so be warned. I'm going to take the word for it on this. And then if we look inside the detail here, man, that gear stick is a wooden carved like a dragon's head. We've got a race steering wheel, got a very loud carpet in there, period bucket seats. And look at the finish on this, kind of like a Chinese temple tapestry. I absolutely love this. We've got the Free Palestine sticker on there, loads more going here. And we'll get round the back, and here we've got a bit of mini Bozo going on, not too big. And on this side, we've got two like flag posts here built onto it. This one, well, luckily the doors are shut, so we're not going to spend too much time going inside it. Big ducktail on it, all the stickers in the rear window. Got another one here with a massive rear bumper. Man, I am not sure what to say. These guys are absolutely crazy. This group is absolutely crazy. Now they have lit it up. I'm going to need to take a rest after I finish talking about these cars. Imagine that behind you at night at the lights. You'd go crazy. You'd think aliens have just landed. That is absolutely amazing. And in fact, these JAF badges light up as well. The LEDs are all changing colour. And in the indicator, he's got blue. Man, I absolutely love that. And then this one here It's kind of got like the shark's mouth, a lot of aero going on. He's also got the Michelin Man. So before I go, I should actually point out the owner of this crazy car. This guy must spend a lot of Sundays working on his car. Right, and the group is State 9 Brothers, so look out for them behind you at the lights. I mean, that has got to be the most crazy K70 here, but they're all pretty outrageous. This State 9 Brothers guys, man, look at these cars, and we're swapping onto Corollas here and back to another K70. These boys are going their own way and doing their own crazy stuff. And you know, that is absolutely what I love. And here we've got a really nice Starlet. I mean, that is absolutely beautiful. I think I might have seen this car before, I'm not sure, but you can see the engine bay is perfect. Turbo on here, man, that is a really beautifully done car. And that kind of red, orange, it's absolutely beautiful. It's got the turbo decal seats in it. It's perfect inside. This GTO is really nice. It actually comes to a lot of the big car shows like I am, a lot of the Hall shows. It's really, really nice. I've covered it once or twice before, but you very rarely see heavily modified GTOs. I mean, to be honest, you rarely see them out of the garage. And this is really nice. Down on air, you can see carbon fiber bonnet. You can see all that aero work there, all that custom work there, and a big wing. Very, very beautiful. And then this Evo, man, this is amazing. This is also a car I have seen in the big Hall shows here before, but it is beautifully done, beautifully detailed. Absolutely love everything going on here. They come around the side and you can see these big arches coming out right down on there, and the paint finish is really nice as well. Very beautiful car. And in fact, this Evo, this GTO, really nice to see them. Then we've got a Cube sitting there on Japanese plates. And we've got a Bolero, an Ortec version as well, the March, with all the kind of crazy detail, big wheels. And on the front, it should have kind of like a Rolls style grille, man. Absolutely crazy. Here we have a pretty crazy classic RX-7. It's completely wrapped every surface in this kind of like forged carbon style wrap. Fitment here, man, everything's kind of going on there. And it's called, or the owner is calling it the RX-7 Godzilla, and it's for sale, 45,000 ringgit, or offer your price. And in fact, Godzilla is sitting on there, and I feel that that wrap is hiding a few issues. Man, that is raw, rough, and ready. But kind of like that. Here we've got a couple of M4s, and this one has got a lot going on. Go back to your, I'm not going to repeat that, was she worth it? And here we've got fake love, cheater, fake promises, liar, betrayer, fake hope, man. It goes right round the back here, cheater, I trusted you. But we've got get rich here on this big carbon fiber wing, which is electronically adjustable. Why? Traitor, your money. I don't know the story here. It's obviously got to be off a cartoon or something like that, but not what I know. Now, I'm not sure whether these girls are involved with the story in this car, but I can kind of see if it was the case why that would happen. So this girl here says there was actually a story behind this. It comes from a meme, it's from something. So I'm going to get her to explain, because I don't know nothing.
From what I knew is that there was a video of a guy cheated on a girl, and instead of liar she wrote L-A-I-R, and the girl spelled liar as lair, and hence why the video was big, you know, so many people try to recreate it.
Right, so we've sorted that story out. Here we've got a Century, and I absolutely love this. You can see the Century badge there. It's come up from Singapore, and I like this big cooler sticking out, really thin, and it's got the Japanese flag. This Century is down on air on the original wheels. Now, do you ever see a Century running on air? The air suspension must be absolutely heavy weight to get this thing up and down. Here we've got three really nice, highly modified classic RX-7s. Each one is quite individual, and I absolutely love the work that's going on. Really like this as well. Right down on air. Big wide arches, and this one again, a lot of composite parts, wide body on it. Same for this one over here. Three really nice Rotaries sitting in the corner here. This classic Mini is really, really nice. All that chrome work going on, it is absolutely beautiful. But I just want to take you around the back, because I really like what they've done. It's actually a pickup body, and you can see he's built a deck that slides out on runners. That is really neat, and I've never seen that on a Mini before. And it's actually got this huge deck now and you can sit around and have a picnic. So from that Mini with the slide out back, we've got the whole Bob Marley thing going on in the engine bay of this Beetle. All the pulleys have been painted, the engine bay walls have all been painted. That is absolutely crazy. So here we have a couple of Italians. This 2000 GTV with that kind of late style grille on it. Really nice, beautiful quality car, black vinyl interior. But this car has also come up from Singapore, X19, and I really like this. It's actually riding quite high, and he's riding on these 15-inch forged wheels with endless calipers, discs, bells, all the work, Abarth badge in the middle. We've got a couple of interesting cars here. We'll get to this K70 in a minute, but first of all, we need to look at this Gallant wagon, because this is completely crazy. You can see it's swapped out in there, and it's got all this effect going on the slam panel. Man, this thing is absolutely amazing, and it's riding on massive 18-inch wheels, 265, 35s, Nissan calipers. Absolutely amazing. The whole kind of original look going on. Something going on with the roof, which I'm not even sure of, to be honest. And then we've got these aftermarket rear lights, big bore exhaust. That is absolutely different. And then this K70, I'll just show you from the side because I absolutely love the wrap he's put on that car. And that is running low on period wheels as well. It's got a big roof box and a rear wing. The A31s are absolutely everywhere, and I found two more. We've got this green one here that looks really original and really standard. Super clean, super nice, and I love that colour. And then right next to it, we've got this absolute build. Big Nismo cooler on the front, carbon fibre plate here, and the engine bay is beautiful. The RB26, the cam covers have all been done to match the engine bay. Nismo strut brace, big turbo, SARD tank there, SARD radiator. Very, very nicely done, all beautifully detailed. And if we pull away, you can see that it's got a really nice stance and a big aero kit on it as well. And I think with A31s, if you're going to do them, you need a big, aggressive side skirt, and this has got it. Round the back, man, that has got to be the biggest exit I have seen today. That is absolutely amazing. I think this owner has just raised the bar for A31 back ends.
Hi, I'm Hayden, and this is my car. So this is a 1987 Land Cruiser, but what's special about this car is the front. We took a 60 series Land Cruiser, the front bumper basically, and we changed it to look like the 60 series. And the whole body, like the back, is still the 80 series. So we call this a backdate mod. Basically, we took a more modern car and backdated it to give it more nostalgic look. So the color on this car is actually a bit special. It's called Telem. It's based off a Malaysian dessert which consists of green and white. So that's why they call this color Telem. And this car is honestly very, very beautiful in my opinion. Not only from the outside but the inside. The interior itself has all been done up by the previous owner. So as you can see, the checkered padding on the doors, on the seats, the vintage steering wheel. So everything about this car just comes together really well.
And here we have Forohib Autosport. And it's the usual story from them. 3 Porsches, 3 JDMs. You know all these cars, man. I have been through them so many times. So I'm just going to show you the Porsche, then I'm going to show you the Corolla wagon, this said build, and on the end here we've got this Datsun sedan. These guys are absolutely epic. I drop up to their garage sometimes and they just love cars. Their passion is off the scale, and their work and their knowledge and the innovation they do is amazing. And the other thing about Forohib Autosport, you see all these cars and there's no one about at all. We've got 6 cars on show and there's no one about. So I need to go into the corner and find the guys because they are chilled out to the max. Ismail, Idris, these guys don't do stress. And they've left me a spare seat here. This is Forohib Autosport style. Relax, chilled out, let the show roll along. So we'll leave the boys and we'll carry on going. But I just want to mention this rough build because it is absolutely amazing. This is Farouz's car. Just finished this a few months ago.
This is a Hummer H3. Hummer H3. It's not very basic type of Hummers. I used to have like a normal highway tires, but I've changed them to recent off-road tires, but these are pretty much huge. So my rims are 20 inch, but the overall diameter of this tire is 35 inches. So as you can see, I have not uplifted my car, so it looks pretty lowered here, pretty lowered. And then I have custom lights, custom headlights, fog lights with also DRLs. My DRLs are in blue colors, and then number plates and all that custom. And also I have custom stickers as well, Japanese stickers, a few Japanese stickers. And one thing about this Hummer, many Hummers aren't very loud, so I made it a bit loud. So I've made change on my exhaust system. So it's a full exhaust system. As you can see, the back is Acropoic right over there. It comes with dual exits, dual outputs, and also the paint of it. The paints are not normal white, it's crystal green white. So under sunshine or lights, you can see the crystal green. So it has a really bit shine on it.
Just before we finish, we've got brake for baddies, honk for hotties. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that at all.
Hey guys, I'm Super Jackson Fu. Okay, we are in Retro Havoc 2025 this year, and then we bring this car here is just to show off the tile style firing. Okay, this car will be fired up more than 10 feet high. And this 20 seconds, we will bring this car to Bang Sen circuit, the PT race. Okay, we'll have booth there with Aurora Racing Team, the 4th Thailand's official racing team. We will be there. See you there.
This Rocket Bunny EG is absolutely mental. I saw it on Friday at the launch press conference. Absolutely amazing. But what I really love is these huge winglets on the end. And what I said the other day was, it reminds me of like 1980s Formula One, when they had these big winglets on the end of the rear wings. Long gone, but it kind of reminds me of that. And this is an absolutely stunning build. The quality and the thinking that got into this is amazing. And I didn't see the engine bay the other day, but you can see all the work that has gone in there. That is really, really nice. And I like these carbon fiber surrounds over the turrets. Very nicely done car. This is absolutely stunning. Mercedes DTM build, absolutely beautiful. Real replica right down to all the details, the wide body, the skirts, the front end. And I think I've seen this car before, and if I remember rightly, it had a sign on it and it was all 3D printed and all done in Malaysia. And now I have got to duck down to go past a Honda City with a tent on top of it in the show. Man, absolutely amazing. And this stance cam thing seems to be getting around. This small single seat is kind of like Formula Student style. Really nice. I really like this quality finish on it. Now there was one here last year, and in the rollout it was pop banging away. And it kind of shocked me, like everything in Malaysia, even the Formula cars pop bang, backfire the way out on the rollout. So maybe you see this again in my video coming up off the rollout, and this is making a lot of noise. In my book, you cannot go wrong with a set of bolt-on rally quad spotlights, and this Evo absolutely does the trick. And this Evo actually, and this mirror here, belongs to a friend of mine, Sam, and he drove this up to Bangkok last year. He kind of goes touring in this car, drove it up, and I met him up at Eat Mira House. I made a whole video on it. He came up with another guy, Floey. And man, absolutely amazing going touring in that. And this one actually also brought up to Songkla Grand Prix a couple of years ago for the street race when they had the big Evo meet when the Malaysian and the Thai cars came together. So it is time to hit the Sephiros. We've got a big lineup of Sephiros right down here, and man, we start with this one because I absolutely love this. The green wheels, the green engine bay, and that kind of like, it's like a greenish colour, but I don't quite know how you describe it. Beautifully done car. This debuted at the show last year. It was just built in time for the show, so 1 year old. And that's the president of the A31 club. And then we just look down here, man, at all these cars. I'm just going to walk you down and quickly show you all these engine bays. Every A31 is different, and most of these have actually featured on videos before, so you'll recognise them and you'll know them. Absolutely stunning cars. And then on the end here, we've got an Evo, and that looks absolutely fantastic. A Malaysia rally on it. And over here actually we've got more Sephiros, and this one I haven't seen, with the D1 drift and the stripes, everything down that is really nice. And then we have a 280Z which I saw last year, and this, if I remember rightly, is a little different to standard. Then we've got a 350Z with an absolute wide body. And we've got a few more classics down here as well. And that again is another one that is not standard at all with the RB26. And then on the end we've got this really cool Mazda with a Rotary, and that is absolutely beautiful. Really like that in yellow. That is nice. Mazda 1000, 4-round lights. That is absolutely perfect. So that's a quick walk around the Sephiros. Usually I stop, I go through in big detail, but you have seen all of these cars before, and I'm running out of time a little bit, so I need to keep cracking. The theming in Malaysia is unbelievable, and I love this Mercedes here, dressed up Ghostbusters style. You can call them here the Ghostbusters, and you can see it's got this tape over the rubbing strip as well. We've got the light on the roof, and it kind of got a big sticker on the roof. It looks like a ghost, and a lot of paint coming off as well. And here we have the Ghostbusters. Here we have Paul Walker. If he was Malaysian, we've got a Proton badge on there. Let me step you back, and you can see we've got the whole Paul Walker Fast and Furious livery. We've actually got a GTR plate in the window, and then you come down the side and you see exactly what I mean, and the rear wing on the back. That is absolutely crazy. And that, if Paul Walker was Malaysian, that's what he'd be driving around in. Staying with Malaysian culture, and how absolutely epic is this? Another Proton, but man, this is just unbelievable. He's wrapped his bonnet, he's wrapped his wing in forged carbon, and you can see, got a headlight there, kind of deleted the headlight here or taken out the glass, painted it black, splitter on the front, aero going around the side, and look at the fitment here running on these BBS as well, 17-inch rims. They come down the side, that is completely crazy. And then we got a big rear wing with a clear winglet plate on the end, and you got all that frame there, and then just look at the size of that exit. This guy is going to be pop banging tonight at the rollout for sure. Take you back. That is just all rough ready to go out on the streets and make a lot of noise. And then next door we've got another local market car, and this one's been all dressed up army style, and he's got a big rear wing and all this frame on the back end, aftermarket lights, and he's kind of finished off his army theme with this like camouflage netting that it's sitting on. That is very, very nice. Let's just go round to the front, and in fact I like this. He's got an exhaust tip pointing straight out. Absolutely amazing. These two are local market cars, man, and they are absolutely crazy. Last year Ken brought his Lego livery DK down from Thailand and caused a real shock at the show. This year the Lego livery has proliferated everywhere. We look at this here, and it looks really, really good, especially on those white wheels. Got a big wing on the back, and we've got another kind of lip one there as well. Man, a lot of carbon fiber going on there. So from Keng's EK hatchback to this big Odyssey crossover kind of minivan style, the Lego thing is just landing on everything and looking good. This is a car I don't really know. It's a Toyota Raze. It's a subcompact crossover, kind of like a big Yaris style. They sell them in some markets in Southeast Asia, but not in Thailand, so I don't know the car. They sell, I know in the Philippines, and they must sell them here, although I've never noticed one here. And this one has been decorated up. It's got GR badging on it, but you can see all the decoration. You can see the hearts around the lights as well. We come around the side. It's very quirky. It's right down on there. You can see it's actually got drums on the back. And this back end, a lot going on, a lot of modification. So we lost the Kirby wrap from Thailand, but we've got the Kirby wrap from Malaysia. There's a lot going on this car. First of all, we've got that big massive mouth right round the filler cap. Then we've got the Subaru logo, the flat logo with the Sepang circuit in the middle. I quite like that. And we kind of got the whole Subaru rally team stuff, but with these stars with faces in it. And here you can see we've got Kirby and Felix as the driver. So we've got a whole lot going on here. And this guy has got a sense of humour. Anyway, let's look around the rest. We've got Kirby World Rally Team on the front here, and here we've got Supro. Kind of Subaru a little bit tweaked around, and then we've got playground with the Pirelli sign. A lot going on this car, and I'm kind of stumbling over my words here because I keep looking at it and keep seeing new things. And from this very busy Subaru, we go to this very clean and gentle Fiat 131 2000 twin cam, and I absolutely love this. Some pretty crazy stuff in this place. Here we've got an RX-8, and it's kind of half Japanese police. There's a lot of Itasha going on here. We've got some Itasha characters sitting on the top there. Then we've got this Mercedes, and man, that is busy. There is a lot going on, and I don't know the Itasha stuff, so I cannot interpret exactly what is happening with this car. And then we have a very familiar car. In fact, I'm just going to point out grey little 3. This is where you find the owner on social media. And this car must have more stickers on it than any other car in Southeast Asia. There are stickers absolutely everywhere. Every day I'm in Malaysia, I meet you.
We have a compilation of cars of 40. There are 40 cars here, which has Motor Drive Group Singapore, as you can see over here, right? Singapore. And it's from that wall all the way down, right? Across you have Nilai Fornia, right? They're under Motor Drive Group as well. Malaysian Itasha movement, right over there. Over here will be our main booth, right, where we display a few things. As you all know, there's my Porsche and my brother's Porsche, and we have something really cool, an Overlander 955 Cayenne. And we have some car companies here as well. Car Connection, they sell cars which are partly rare, like you don't see a C36 W202 going around, right? You even have an E36 Coupe, right? And this is manual car. So this is the company, right? Car Connection, right? And this is the pretty lady over here. She is hosting and showing around our customers and friends the cars that's available on site. So over here, we have the meanest Volkswagen group in Malaysia. So these guys are called No Chill. And these guys market brand crazy. So this is their booth. Along with it, they have their merch. They sell stickers. They sell t-shirts, shirts right over there. This is their new design. Look at that. Check it out. So what they brought along with them is their Golf, their limited edition Satria Neo R3s. It's a Lancer, and this is version 9, version 11. Will stretch all the way till there.
Right down at the end, they got this really nice Mark II Escort in this kind of like burnt orange LED light. Very kind of clean, very kind of straightforward. Period wheels, and you can see the interior, the vinyl interior, all looks pretty original. 1600 Sport stickers. Here we have K-Car Time Attack style, massive splitter, struts, lights down there, intake in the bonnet, dive plates, and you can see it's running a wider track with these bolt-on arches. It's got a skirt sticking out there, 2-plane rear wing, and all this diffuser and everything going on. Just stand back. That is completely crazy, as is this mirror pickup with all the chrome work right down on there. Exits coming out the side there. Absolutely mental mirror classic. Two crazy K cars together. And here we have a very familiar BMW that I've met in Bangkok, just a few kilometers from my house a year or so ago. It wouldn't be a show without a Mr. Bean style Mini, but this one has got arch extensions, it's running on upgraded wheels, and it's got a composite style bonnet on it and fog lights. This crazy car is a Toyota Unser. It's like a crossover SUV for emerging markets. Sold in Malaysia, it wasn't sold in Thailand, one or two other Southeast Asian markets. And you can see that is modified like crazy. And he's got this bank of small spotlights, and that is all bonded in as well. And he's got a deer and the antlers on the bottom of his Toyota badge. That is a real crazy modification. And all the way around, he's got modifications. And there's actually quite a lot of them spread around here. And they're all modified. You can see there all his aero modified. That one's got modification. Here we got one all in black. Let's keep walking around that. Here we've got one fake taxi. I don't need to explain too much more. And this one pretty nicely done as well, with a lot of stickers on it, some modification in the engine bay, and different upgrades. Anyway, we'll leave the fake taxi, and we've got one more over here, which is really, really nice, and I want to show you that. Well, actually, we've got two more over here. We've got this one that's kind of got like an army livery, and those white wheels. It all works really, really well. And then finally, on the end here, we have one with scissor doors. That is completely crazy. Man, that is unreal, and you can see it's got all the composite bonnet, all the front is upgraded. That is absolutely nuts. This is a crossover I know virtually nothing about, but we'll end there. I cannot forget one of my favourite garages I haven't visited yet in Malaysia, End Perfect Performance. You can see on the cam cover, this is an A31, and man, that is just unbelievable. The quality that these guys are knocking out is absolutely off the scale. This garage, I've been saying to the owner, I'm going to go and visit him for a long time. It's never quite worked out. Maybe we do it this year, maybe we do it next year. One day it's all going to synergize. But these guys are absolutely on one when it comes to building cars. This 180SX, this is Shuk's new car. He's the guy with the black A31 that is second only to that blue one there in terms of quality. Now he's sold that, and he's got this 180SX, which is absolutely amazing. And then Max, the owner of the blue car, he's actually sold that, and now he's got a 350Z. 600 horsepower, 1000 Newton meters. It's an absolute rocket, and we need to catch him right here. Here is Max, Mr. End Perfect Performance, and here is all the team of guys. This is my kind of thing. I've just found this Datto 120, and it is absolutely epic. Look at the original engine, the round filter in there, all absolutely original. Actually, not much rust going on in there. But we get to the wing, and look at that patina. Absolutely beautiful, running down on period wheels. We've got a bit of Japanese script down here. We've got a lot more patina. We've got the remains of a monsoon screen. This is absolutely epic, man. That has had a long, hard life, and I absolutely love it. In amongst all the polished up stuff, all the amazing quality, it is really nice to see cars like this. These two R8s in red with big massive Super Sunday on. I've seen them before in shows. They've both got rear end deletes. So I was going to walk straight by, but then as I walked past I realised that both back ends have been redone. This one has had a completely upgraded rear end since I saw it. For sure the inlets, that piping was not there last time, and it's been opened out more, and you can actually see now a lot better the twin turbos, the inlets, and you can see the twin pipes coming out there. Absolutely amazing. And then we go straight over to the other one as well, because the other one is exactly the same. They've taken the rear end and they've actually stripped it all off, but they've also redone these exhausts. I am pretty sure that this exhaust system was not on the car last time. So, two R8s with two rear ends completely deleted, and they've been completely redone. There's a lot of Evos in the show, a lot of black Evos in this show, but for some reason I really think I should home in and show you this one. I feel like I'm back in Thailand, because right here we've got a Tomica A31 build, and right there we've got a Calsonic A31 build. Man, we've got these two cars in Thailand, both done on A31s, and they look absolutely epic. That whole Tomica thing absolutely works. The black and the red, and it's really neatly done as well. And we just whiz around the back. We've got this big rear wing that is very, very popular now. Got a Tomica down it, and that is super spotless. Let me just stand back and show you that. Whole integrated wide body. You cannot see any joints. Beautifully done. And we look on the front here as well. Beautifully done wide body and all cut out there. And then absolutely polished up new atomic wheels. And then we look at this one with Calsonic on it in that blue. Absolutely amazing. Really like that. I mean, just look at those wheels down there, and then look at this car. Beautifully done car. We'll look round the side. It's running on Nismo wheels in white. Fantastic. And they got a real big rear wing on that as well. That looks absolutely amazing. two more totally epic A31s in this show, and I really love the A31 scene in Malaysia. I've seen the tofu delivery livery on every car you could imagine, even seen it on an Aventador in Malaysia last year. But, man, I have never seen it on a thing before, and some guy has just put a helmet on my head. Tofu delivery on a thing. And I just got to spin round because I can hardly see what is going on, but that is absolutely epic. And I have no idea why someone's put a helmet on my head. If you can't see my face, it's probably an improvement. This has got a lot more going on than a tofu delivery livery. We've actually got an original phone in this car. Now, I am not sure I look cool here or kind of Mr. Bean cool or even totally uncool, but this is absolutely epic. Well, after wearing a helmet, checking out a phone, and finding tofu on the side of a thing, we need to speak to Kay, because he is the owner, he is the crazy mastermind of this project, and he has driven this up from Singapore. No aircon, no anything pretty much in a thing. He's just rocked up from Singapore. So, over to Kay.
Hello everyone. Hi, my name is Uncle Tay. I'm from Singapore. I used to drive a Mini, but once I have a kid, so Mini has no door. So the Mini mod has no door. So I took some time for me to find this car. This is a Volkswagen Safari thing, and it is made in 1976. So it is 49 years old now. It is original made for Hitler to be used in World War II. So I got everything. I tried to make original. I have the World War II radio set here that I got from eBay, and you can see the flooring is very vintage, down to earth. It's a wooden plank. Yeah. So it's a enjoyable ride. Yeah. I do a lot of charity, and once in a while some wedding, anniversary, even birthday rides. And everyone who take the ride enjoy, and when we pass by, it puts smiles and turning heads. So yeah, we keep the road, this vintage car on the road to share with everybody.
We've got a final view here, because apart from everything else, this car has got underfloor lighting, and Kay just kind of climbed under the car to switch the lighting on. Man, that is something else. I have never seen underfloor lighting on a thing before. So that's it for my overview of Retro Havoc 2025. A big look at all the cars, what was going on during the show. But we're a long way from being finished. Stay tuned, because part 2, the rollout party, the crazy mental rollout when all the cars drive out, backfiring, pop banging, all the crowds go absolutely wild. That is coming up in a few days' time, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm done. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you getting this far. And if you like my video, please hit the like button for me, and see you soon.